All right, let's talk about one of the most mysterious forces in our lives, motivation. We are going to crack the code on this thing. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down how it really works, what's actually driving you, and, most importantly, how to build a system that keeps you fired up, even on those days when you'd really, really rather just stay in bed.
So, let's kick things off with a question I think we've all asked ourselves, probably on a Monday morning, right? Why is motivation so unreliable? You know the feeling. One day you're on top of the world, ready to take on anything, and the next, you can barely convince yourself to get going. It's a super common frustration.
And yeah, let's just be real about it. Motivation is fleeting. It's not some loyal friend that sticks by you no matter what. It's more like a fair weather fan. It only shows up when things are easy and you're already winning. The second you hit a real challenge, poof, it's gone.
Okay, so here's the absolute game changer, the big idea we've all been getting wrong. We always talk about finding motivation, like it's some lost treasure we have to go out and discover. But the truth is, it's not something you find. It's something you build, one tiny action at a time. Think of it less like a spark of lightning and more like a fire that you have to carefully build and tend to.
So, if we're going to build that fire, we've got to understand the engine first, right? We need to know what's actually going on inside our brains that makes us tick. So let's get into the science of drive.
At its most basic level, motivation really comes in two main flavors. You've got intrinsic motivation, which is the stuff that comes from inside you. Like reading a book just because you love the story. And then there's extrinsic motivation. That's all the external stuff, doing something to get a reward, like a bonus at work, or to avoid a punishment, like studying so you don't fail a test.
But what's really fascinating is that there's actual chemistry behind all of this. A huge part of our motivational engine runs on a little neurotransmitter called dopamine. You've probably heard of it. It's basically the brain's reward chemical. When you do something that feels good, or even just think about doing it, your brain releases a bit of dopamine. This makes you feel good and makes you want to do that thing again. It's a really powerful feedback loop.
And the best part is we can totally hijack this system for our own good. I mean, look at these simple things that give you a dopamine hit. Checking off a task, doing a little self-care, celebrating a tiny win. Each time you do one of these, you're giving your brain a little reward. And this isn't just some vague feel-good idea. It's literal brain chemistry. We are hardwired to chase these rewards, which helps us build positive habits. Okay, so we've got the chemical engine, our dopamine system. But what about the fuel? For that, we need to go a little deeper than brain chemistry and look at our core psychological needs. This is the stuff that creates that deep, lasting motivation. And this brings us to a really powerful idea called self-determination theory. Seriously, this is a game changer. It basically says that every single human, no matter where you're from, is driven by three essential psychological needs. When you meet these needs, your inner motivation just thrives. Okay, need number one is autonomy. This is our deep, fundamental desire to feel like we're in the driver's seat of our own lives. We want to feel like we're the ones making the choices, like we're the author of our own story, not just some character reading lines someone else wrote. When we feel that sense of choice, our motivation just soars.
Need number two, competence. This is that amazing feeling you get when you're good at something. It's that, heck yeah, I got this moment when you finally nail a new skill or figure out a tough problem. And see, here's how it all connects. That feeling of mastery, of making progress, gives you a natural dopamine hit. Your brain is literally rewarding you for getting better at stuff.
And the third universal need is relatedness. This is our basic human drive to connect with other people. We want to feel like we belong, like we're part of a team or a community, and to care for others and feel cared for in return. We're social animals, and that sense of connection is a massive source of fuel for our drive.
So we've got the science and the psychology, but what does this actually look like in the real world? How do we put this into practice? Well, let's take a look at the habits of some of the most motivated people out there and see how they build their fire.
So, a really cool study looked at 50 successful entrepreneurs, and these 6 habits kept popping up. And what's amazing is they line up perfectly with those 3 core needs we just talked about. I mean, think about it. Protecting your morning from emails and social media, that's autonomy. Deciding your own priorities for the day, pure autonomy. Getting in a block of deep, focused work or moving your body, that's building competence. And anchoring your morning with something meaningful, like time with family, that's feeding your need for relatedness. You see, it's not magic, it's a system that's designed to fuel motivation.
But here's the secret sauce. They didn't just wake up one day and start doing all of this perfectly. The key, and author James Clear talks about this a lot, is the power of getting just 1% better. Making a tiny 1% improvement each day adds up to incredible results over time. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Those small, sustainable wins are everything.
Okay, let's bring this all home. It's time to put together a personal toolkit, some really practical, actionable strategies that you can literally start using today.
All right, here are James Clear's 4 simple steps for building habits that actually stick. First, start ridiculously small. I mean, so easy you feel silly. Want to meditate for 10 minutes? Start with 1 minute. Want to do 50 push-ups? Start with 5. Then, just improve by 1%. Step 3 is crucial. When you slip up, and you will, just get back on track the very next day. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to never miss twice in a row. And finally, be patient. This is a long game. Sustainable progress is a marathon, not a sprint.
And to really light that inner fire, that intrinsic motivation, you have to connect with your why. These journal prompts are perfect for that. Don't just think about what you want. Ask yourself why it actually matters to you. Dig really deep. That why is the ultimate fuel. It connects what you do every day back to your core needs for autonomy and competence.
So if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this huge shift in thinking. Stop waiting around trying to find motivation. That's a losing game. Instead, start intentionally building the system that creates it, one small piece at a time.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Success or motivation, it doesn't show up in one big, dramatic moment. It's built up over time in all those small, quiet choices you make when no one else is even looking. That's where the magic really happens. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to chew on. What is one tiny, ridiculously small decision you can make today to start building your fire? Not tomorrow, not next week, right now, today.